Welcome to Fanatics Live, where we virtually connect you to your favorite stars right at home. Tonight, we will be meeting with fans, signing autographs, and engaging in live Q&A. Now, let's welcome our host.
Hello, everybody. It's so nice to be back after the new year. Happy 2021. My name is MC. I will be the host for tonight's show, and we are dedicating tonight's broadcast to one of the fastest growing women's brands at Fanatics, Wear by Erin Andrews. We're going to be talking about her brand, some fashion tips, her career, and letting some of her fans actually interview their favorite interviewer. So we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. If you're tuning in, show some love in the comments for a chance for that comment to get featured on the screen. And there's actually no better spokesperson to talk about Wear by Erin Andrews than EA herself. So let's bring on Erin Andrews.
What's happening?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm a little tired. I had a 4 a.m. wake up in New Orleans today from that monster divisional matchup we had with Tom Brady and Drew Brees. And I'm not going to lie, we had a couple cocktails after the game because you know, this has been a hard year. And so we were excited about the way that game ended. And I think all of us on our crew were just pumped up about what we're going to have for the NFC championship. So yeah, that 4 a.m. wake up call came very, very fast.
Yes. Well, we are happy you were here. You look amazing. No one would know that you've been on the grind for hours and hours.
Light figured out. You know what I mean, MCs? Like, you know, when your light's just not hitting you right, there we go.
Yeah, you got to find that light.
Yeah,
you're soaking it in. So everybody knows why you're here. Obviously, we've been hyping this up for a week. We want to talk about your brand, and we want to know more about the gears and the ticks of what goes on behind the scenes. So we're going to just kick things off with your slogan, the tagline, everywhere and anywhere. So did you see a need for this style of sports apparel and try to make it happen?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I've been working in sports forever, and it ages me to say it. I just looked over, my golden retriever staring at me. So if you see a furry tail, that's him. But yeah, no, I did. I've been a huge fan of college football. I went to the University of Florida. I worked college game day. I've been around sports forever. My husband is a retired NHL player. And I just always kind of felt like there was a white space. Whenever I would go into pro shops or whenever I would, see fans at NFL stadiums or at college stadiums. And I just kind of felt like there was something that was missing. And I really wanted to be a part of kind of filling that void. And luckily Fanatics has given me the opportunity with Michael Rubin and the amazing cast of characters over at Fanatics. And yeah, we designed Wear, and we're super proud of it.
Yeah, it's definitely something that's not commonly found in this sports world that we live in and the licensed gear. So it's amazing that not only did you did it, but this is fully licensed gear. This is as official can get, but it's a different take on what you can normally find if it's, jerseys or sweatshirts. This is stuff that you can wear anywhere and everywhere, obviously.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. And that's what we wanted, I'm obviously a huge sports fan and I love going to the games and seeing the fans, but I wanted something that women could wear, like we say, everywhere and anywhere. If they are, going to drop their kids off at school, or they are going to drop the laundry off, or meeting their girlfriends for lunch, or sitting casually on a Zoom, and they want to support, their team, but not look like it's like, whoa, hello, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, hello, Green Bay Packers. It's like something that's a cute shirt and you're like, oh my gosh, I see the Packers logo on it. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, yeah, I love it. I love all of the pieces.
Thank you.
I know you had just talked about reporting on the sidelines and you're busy lady, but stats aren't just relevant to sports nowadays. Stats are also relevant to this business model that you have going on. So I'm going to read over a couple of the stats from 2020, and I kind of want to hear your take on each tidbit. And I want our viewers to learn more about like the strategy behind growing a brand and what that really means. So, first one is you tripled your style counts for the NFL this year, and you added far more product and styles for fans. So why did you want to buff up that NFL line?
Well, look, last year when we first came onto the scene, it was a really small launch. It happened really fast. We met kind of our manufacturer very quickly, and we had to turn around styles very, very fast before the season started up. And honestly, we didn't know if we would do well, if women would be interested in us. So we didn't want to come out with like 50 different styles and then it's like, yeah, this didn't work out. So we wanted to kind of, dip our toes into the water and see how it would go, and it went great. And then this past season, I'm really, really bad at stats. Great at interviewing, but crappy at stats. But yeah, we've obviously progressed in what we're offering. And it's funny because we were talking about what we'll offer in 2022. And I was just like, where do we go from here?
Yeah, well, how do we get bigger? I mean, there's nowhere but up. Yeah, there's nowhere but up. So
exactly.
Next point is that you added NCAA gear and as well as NBA gear. So we're kind of feeding into some different leagues and different markets. Why'd you see the need for that?
Well, I mean, I'm a Florida Gator, and I know how passionate college fans are. It's, let's be honest, a religion. And I would be, I would be crazy not to want to dip my toe into the NCAA pool. I mean, I love supporting my teams. I know how passionate all the other college football fans are. So that's definitely why. And and then NBA actually approached us and asked us if we'd be interested in trying to get involved with them. And we were like, absolutely. NBA was my first love when I started, learning about sports. So definitely wanted to be involved with them as well.
Yeah, I went to Ole Miss.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, but I never
best looking tailgaters out there.
Yeah, but I never understood like the dressing up for the games.
Oh, yeah.
It's such like an SEC tradition. You go to Alabama, you go to Auburn, like the girls are dressed up head to toe.
Oh, yeah.
But these items fit so well into that understated dress up for game day. So I think NCAA was a super smart move for you guys, for sure.
Yeah, thank you. We're looking to expand like we did with the NFL. We started really small, and that's what we did with NCAA. And we're looking obviously to expand our schools. We read your DMs. We see what you're saying. Yes, about Ohio State. Yes, about other schools. We're working on it. We want to make everybody happy.
Awesome. I love this one that you added plus sizes and you're making the line more inclusive. And, that's a hard space to navigate in the fashion world. A lot of brands do not offer that option to their shoppers. So did y'all sit down and say, we got to do this year?
Yeah, that was something that was very important for me year one. But like I said, everything just happened so fast. The turnaround for us was, very quick. So we didn't have time to kind of address all the needs that we wanted. But we saw how well the first season went. Second season, we just thought to ourselves, we have to include this audience. There's no reason not to. And again, we got a lot of, DMs, emails about it. So we wanted to make sure that wear is inclusive of everyone. And we hope we make everybody excited and happy about it.
Yeah, well, I think you have, because wear is officially one of our most successful new women's lines in Fanatics.
That's awesome.
So we're super happy to have this partnership with you guys and sell this awesome product. So I think you had a great 2020. I know it was a hard year, all things considered, but like we said, there is nowhere but up.
Yes. I think we all need to hear that, right? We're so ready for it.
Well, the last thing we're going to get into is a little bit more trendy. So to be a force in fashion, you have to follow the trends. Obviously, you have to stay up to date. So we're going to break down some of the top sellers on Fanatics, and then you're going to tell us why these were like must-haves for your collection.
Okay. Fabulous.
Up first is tie-dye. So tie-dye has been like a leading trend for 2020 across like all retailers. So
no doubt.
What was the inspo behind tie-dye?
I think it's just what we saw on everybody's TikToks and Instagram pages during quarantine. Everybody except for me in this household.
Everything.
Yeah. Everybody was tie-dyeing everything, and it was such a hot number. And we just thought we have to incorporate this into the line. And it did amazing. We couldn't keep it on the shelves. People really responded to it. In looking at our lines, even for next season, we were trying to find a way to update it and still kind of keep it in the line because everyone seems to love it. And it looked super, super cute. I have a Boston Celtics tie-dye that I was rocking a couple days ago, and it's just awesome. The vibrant green, and it looks cool.
Yeah, that was definitely the quarantine hobby of a lot of people. They just get some bleach and an old sweatshirt and let's see what we can do with it. But you guys made yours chic.
Thank you.
So every female's favorite item of clothing, obviously leggings. So these leggings are super cute though. Are they like active wear? Are they just cotton? Like, give us some more specs about the leggings.
They're cotton with a little bit of spandex. I mean, I'll be honest, this isn't my my line. I'm no idea about any sort of manufacturing tidbits. Look, I just know that they look great. I live in leggings. I mean, you guys should be honored. I am actually in a pair of jeans right now. Thought about wearing pajama bottoms, but no, leggings, these were another one that were super hot. We couldn't keep on the shelves. And what I love about leggings, I wear them everywhere. You can dress them up, you can dress them down. You can wear them with every single wear piece that we have, and it looks great.
For sure.
I mean, you can even throw a pair of heels on with them and, you know, do it with a leather jacket. And again, that's everywhere, anywhere. That's what we wanted people to be able to do. I think those were an NFL pair I had, but those are kind of the same color scheme as the Las Vegas Raiders. And yeah, you could totally dress those up, you know, with a leather jacket, a pair of high heels. So definitely a staple to have for women.
Yeah, I think we are just going to continue living in leggings for the foreseeable future, and I'm totally okay with that.
Absolutely.
Okay, up next is the puffer trend. So we have like puffer vests and puffer jackets.
Yeah.
Puffer it's something that's been around for a while, but it has really just started to grow into this huge trend recently. So what are your favorite ways to wear a puffer piece?
Oh, I love it like that, especially with our hood that we have that actually comes on the puffer jacket. And it's so cute because on the back, it says your team's name on it. And then even our lining on the inside of that puffer, it says your team's name. So it's super cute. There's so many ways, yet again, to dress it up, dress it down. You can wear it with a pair of our leggings. You could wear it with a pair of jeans. You could wear it with leather pants. It's awesome. So yeah, I love that look. That's kind of what I live in. That's what I travel in. That's what I walk around my community in. So it's great. Super, super stylish. And again, when fans are allowed to go back to games, that's something, I mean, I totally expect to see people wearing in the stands, but because there's so many ways to wear it, you don't have to be just at the game to wear those. That's obviously the concept behind it.
Another one of the TikToks that shows how, you know, foldable and like you can pack it away easy. So for when you're traveling away for those away games, those cold away games, it's probably super easy to just toss in the suitcase.
Yeah, that was perfect. Thanks for mentioning that with the little bag that it came with. That was so great, like a little packable, you know, jacket. We also have really cute puffers as well, puffer jackets that come in your team colors. I think of Gracie Hunt from the Kansas City Chiefs, who has a big weekend ahead of her. But yeah, she's always rocking that with some cute pair of pants. And yeah, those are definitely my favorite. I had it on today as I came home from New Orleans.
Yeah. And then last but not least, bombers. This is the trend that I just hope never ends. Like,
I know.
It's kind of like members only-esque, but it's like a really cool take on it. So this one, probably the easiest to pair with whatever.
Yeah. And for me, because I'm not great about dressing myself, I always thought like putting a bomber with anything kind of like meant I was so cool and I had style. So this is where you can be cool, have style, and root for your team as well. Again, we have awesome lining inside of it that shows your team's name. We love that. But again, my kind of inspo was I had those rag and bone bombers with like all the different colors. I have an army green, navy black. And that was one of the first items that we decided we had to have with the wear line because everybody loves a bomber. And I knew the phone was going to go off. Told my husband, you better grab it.
Well, and the other thing too I love about them is you can wear it in spring, you can wear it in summer, depending on where you are. It's a fall piece. Like for me down in Florida, I can wear it in winter. Yeah. So it's
absolutely
seasonal.
Yeah, you can throw a sweatshirt underneath it and have your hood hanging out, which is super cute. Yeah, those are great.
Yeah. Okay, well, obviously, it's no question that this stuff is super cute. You can obviously wear it anywhere and everywhere, but I think I'm excited to watch like how the trends start to change and how your product changes with it. So that'll be really fun to watch that journey.
No, absolutely. Yep.
Okay, well, I'm done hitting you with the hard questions.
Okay.
But we do have some fans on the line and they want to interview you. So we put out on social media, we asked some people to submit their best questions for a chance to come on live and ask you themselves. So we're going to dive right into the meet and greets. And these guests all got $100 to spend on your items on fanatics.com. So we are happy that they get some of your gear and that they get to come on and meet you. So
heck yeah.
We are going to start with Adriana, she thinks that the Saints gold and black color combo is the best in the league. And her favorite trend is all things Sherpa. So let's bring on Adriana.
Hi, Erin.
Hi, how are you? Wait, these are live, right? This is live? This isn't
This is totally live. We're
wow,
live.
That's awesome. Okay, great. Saturday Night Live. No, I'm kidding.
So I have been a huge fan of yours for a long time. So I'm very excited that I finally get to talk to you. And I think everything that you've done for paving the way for women in sports has been so amazing. And of course, especially with the clothing, because as a female, I felt like for so long I had limited choices when it comes to cute sports gear to wear to the games or a bar or whatever.
Yeah.
So my question for you was, how did Wear by Erin Andrews come about, and what was the whole designing process like when it came to, you know, choosing what your pieces were going to be, both at the beginning and then once you started seeing things sell from there on? How do you decide what to add?
Yeah, no, thank you so much for the question. How much do we miss going to bars, by the way? I mean, God, especially like this weekend with great games. I miss it a lot. But that kind of sadly was the inspo, is that I would go to my husband's games and then we would go to dinner afterwards, and I would want to support his team, but then want to look cute out at a restaurant or a bar afterwards. So I was trying to find something, obviously, like we said, that you can wear any place else besides like when you go and you sit at a stadium or a hockey arena or anything like that. So kind of got the idea about 6-7 years ago, attending a Super Bowl, working an event for the NFL. And, I spoke to a lot of people, tried to get the idea going, got a lot of doors closed in my face, but really, really thankful that Fanatics gave it a shot. And, look, we're trying, you asked about the designs, and it's been a learning process. This isn't my world at all. It's been interesting to learn the whole thing. I am more of like, what's the storylines going into Brady versus Rodgers this weekend, learning about thread counts, learning about what the latest trend is. I see you kind of have a tie-dye, like kind of just paying attention to that world. I mean, I feel like I'm a simple Sally in terms of what I like for style, but look, style is always evolving. And that's something we wanted to make sure that you, the fan, was catered to. We wanted to make sure that you could root for your favorite team and not feel like you were wearing a style from like the year you graduated college, because that's what I felt like a lot of my college shirts hadn't evolved. So that's been a huge learning experience. That's been super fun. And I think too, just really listening to what the fans want, because there is a demand out there. Like women have been telling me like, we want more of this, we want more of that. How about try this? So I do think that's one thing that, you know, we at Wear do a good job of is I'm out there with the fans. I hear what they're saying. I'm very active with people on my social media. Yes, it's me. And like, we're listening to what you guys want, and we want to make sure we cater to you. Hope I answered your question, because I'm pretty good at going off on tangents as well.
You did. That was really helpful. The other thing that I would want to ask is, what's next? Do you have any designs coming up that's spring summer wear?
Yeah, spring summer wear. Well, we have our next season coming out. We're again still trying to figure out, you know, like what we can do that would be different. We have updated stuff to our best sellers. We have a couple of cool, I don't even know if I'm allowed to give it away. I love sweatshirts. I think some of our sweatshirts this year are kick ass. They're pretty awesome. I'm trying to think what else we have that are super fun. A lot of outerwear that's fun. I'm a jacket kind of gal. I love a utility situation. Yeah, we have some great things. Some fun sweaters. We think everybody's going to like. Our sweaters really, really crushed it this year. And they kind of have like an old varsity vibe. And so we're pumped about the ones that are coming out as well.
I love the cardigan.
Yeah.
It's a goodie.
Well, it sounds like so much fun stuff is coming. So Adriana, thank you for the awesome question. I think we have a photo that we're going to get signed for you. So Erin, do you have those?
I do.
Those pictures? Let's give a good little John Hancock there and show it off for her.
So awkward. I'm wearing the same exact outfit. I mean, does this girl change her clothes? What's going on over here? I will say it was clean and it was steamed.
So we are good. Sometimes
we are good.
The options are limited after travel. You just got to grab what's there.
Yeah, what's hanging up.
We'd all be lying if we said we've been changing our outfits every day for Zoom calls anyway.
I actually have been having to change my outfits. I mean, like going to work and dressing up is so awkward, but yeah, no, it's good. It's good to get out of the house, be out there. A little scary traveling, but it's been fun to go out there and actually have to wear a pair of leather pants, and you're like, whoa, what am I doing?
Well, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Adriana. It was so nice to meet with you.
Thank you. So nice to meet you.
Awesome. Okay. See, these are live.
I was like, is this recorded? What's going on? I didn't want to like talk to someone and you were like, no, that's recorded.
No. Okay. Up next, this guy's really excited. And from social media, his friends were really excited that he gets to participate tonight. But
it's Chris Hemsworth. No, it's not Chris Hemsworth. Oh, okay.
His name is Scott, and he feels like the NHL would be the hardest league to cover simply due to the last names that are involved with that sport.
Nikolai Hobby-Bulin.
Oh, wow. Look at her go. Yeah. And his favorite trend currently is athleisure. So let's bring on Scott.
How are we doing?
Well, I think your last name is hard to pronounce. Are you a hockey player?
No, like kind of in high school, but I played football.
What's your last name?
It's Voigt.
Voigt. Okay, fabulous. Good. I'm good. Fabulous kitchen setup. Great lighting.
Thank you. It's
going
actually
on?
An Airbnb. Nothing. So my question is, I was wondering, you've covered a bunch of sports like the NFL, the MLB, and if you had to be a fan at a game, which one would you choose?
I would say NHL. I think the NHL experience is so much better live. No offense to my husband who actually works on television covering it, but it's just a great experience to watch it live. You realize how fast the guys are actually going. You hear and see how hard the hitting is. And it's also fun to have a cocktail and sit and watch the game there in person. You know what I mean? And a pretzel. I miss those days. A Wetzel's pretzel.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then another question I have is, what do you think of Andy Reid throwing the ball on 4th and 1?
I'm not going to say what I texted to Troy Aikman when I saw it. Freaking awesome. I mean, can the Saints do no wrong? Or not the Saints, I'm sorry. Can the Chiefs do no wrong? I mean, mercy. Huge call. Huge call. What is Bill Raftery used to say? Onions. Major call. And yeah, it was hard for me to watch that game. I saw when Patrick got hit, and then I had to go out for pregame and watch to see if Ronald Jones was going to be active for the Bucks. So I didn't know what was going on. I kind of expected the Browns to come back and win, and the Chiefs pulled it off. So we're going to see what happens here with this week, and if Mahomes can come back.
Who do you have winning the Super Bowl?
I have no freaking idea. And if I did, I wouldn't go straight to Vegas. I don't know, because I mean, I feel like even with our NFC championship this weekend, it could go so many different ways. I didn't expect, obviously, the 4 takeaways for the Bucks defense yesterday, and for their offense to score points off 3 of them. I didn't, and I don't know if I expect Aaron Rodgers to have, to have throw interceptions, or for their offense to have turnovers. So it's going to be really, really interesting. I have no clue how this is going to work out, because even too with Kansas City, is Mahomes going to come back and play? I don't know. And if he doesn't, how's Josh Allen going to play? It's unscripted reality, and it's just so much fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a ton of fun to watch.
Yeah.
And then another question I was curious about: Do you plan on expanding in like men's gear at all?
Such a good question.
I mean, we're all waiting.
Are you really? What would you like? What do you want out of wear? What would you be interested in?
Something that's like a sweatshirt and like a small little wear logo.
Excuse
but it says like
me.
Aaron Andrews underneath. Like
that's
just
hot. Okay, Scott, I will tell you, I did bring it up to our group, and I was listen, we got to go unisex here. We have to.
Yeah, I feel like we have to. It's time.
Yeah,
like, it's blowing
time.
Up. Like, what are we waiting for?
Scott is telling the people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, from just speaking to my friends and surveying like many people, it seems like a men's line would just blow up.
Okay. You know what? The people have spoken. Scott, you're hired for PR. I hope you don't charge much, but we'll get Fanatics to cover that. And yeah, this sounds like it's all working. I appreciate this.
I'm fired up.
Yeah. Thanks.
Let's get that photo signed for you, Scott.
Yep.
And yeah, I think you've just elected yourself as the the spokesman for the
I could
menswear.
be like a brand ambassador or something.
Oh my gosh, you're a model. Can you do TikTok videos? Can you do the turn and the Instagram head? You're hired, Scott. I'm down with you.
I love it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm a huge fan.
You're awesome. Thanks for coming on and making me smile. That was great.
Bye, Scott. Okay, well, yeah, now we got a new hire, so we're going to get training pretty quickly. So
this is gonna be great.
I'm excited about it. He's got some good ideas, though.
He does. I'm pumped. The people are talking. Boys are talking. We got to get them outfitted here.
Up next is Chyna. Her favorite trend currently is vintage sportswear, which is on the up and up for sure.
For sure.
And she believes that football would probably be the hardest, like you said, reporting on stats and rulings and those sorts of rules that come along with football. So let's bring on Chyna.
It is hard.
Hi, Erin.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Nothing much.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm just going to get straight to the question. So
I love it.
My question is, what advice do you have for women who want to work in sports?
So a couple things. One is you have to have thick skin because listen, everybody's going to have a comment about you. Everybody thinks they know more, even with women, you know, there's like people that just think you're maybe there just because you want to be on TV. I'm a huge sports fan and I love, you know, the stories that athletes, you know, and coaches and players that they all have. Like, it's just one of my favorite things. So you do have to have a thick skin. I will tell you, even athletes, they say they have thick skin, they don't. So it's something you always have to work on. The other thing I would say is you have to be able to really take the time to study and read. And I'm always researching. I'm always looking up stuff. I'm always trying to figure out, you know, what's the latest news, who's being designated for injured reserve, who's coming up off injured reserve. You want to just know as much as you can. So you have to be really, really well researched. And the other thing too is like, look, I mean, I haven't had a Thanksgiving at home in probably 15, 20 years. You got to give up, you know, you got to give up your time away from home. You miss some holidays. I've missed girlfriends' weddings before because they get married during football season. What? You know, I worked on Christmas this year. There are some sacrifices, but if you do love it and you are interested, you sound like you'd be a good candidate.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That was a great question, Chyna. I know
it was a really good one.
Yeah, we can go ahead and get that photo signed, but I'm sure we have a lot of girls watching and they wanted to know the exact same question that you asked. So thanks for speaking on behalf of all of us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Take care. Stay
Bye,
safe.
Chyna. Okay. We have two more.
Okay, let's
I got to talk with this girl just last week.
Okay.
She's trying to pave a path in broadcasting just like you. She's doing some in-venue stuff and she's getting her experience. She's building it up. And her favorite trend currently is pairing Jordans with anything. So let's bring on Montana.
Hi, Erin.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing so well. It feels so awesome to interview the best interviewer that there is.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice of you.
Well, thank you for taking the time to talk with us. So
are you in a fabulous blazer right now? Like, are you all dressed up? You look fantastic.
Oh, you are so kind. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I really appreciate the effort. Phenomenal. I love a little blazer and gold chain situation.
It was definitely Erin Andrews inspired. I thought it just fit the occasion.
You look great. You look awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
So my question for you is, was there a defining moment in which you realized that broadcasting was the career for you?
You know, I don't know if you mean something that happened to me on the field or maybe before. Is that what do you think? What do you mean?
Maybe like before, or maybe when you first got into it and it was like a day where you're like, this is what I want to do like the rest of my life.
For sure. I think, you know, my dad was on television. He's retired now. So it wasn't weird for me to see my dad on the 6 o'clock or 11 o'clock news. It was just kind of like, oh, what's dad wearing tonight? How's dad's story tonight? But I think the coolest thing for me is I wanted to go to the University of Florida because first of all, they were good at football. And second of all, I wanted to work in sports. And I felt like if you have a good football team, then ESPN is going to be at your campus. CBS is going to be at your campus. There's going to be a ton of sports networks there. And I worked for the student station, and I think just covering Steve Spurrier was our head coach at the time, and going out, and I got to hold a mic up and interview him in the scrum, and he noticed I was there, and he made a comment about it and asked me what my name was, and I was like, this is freaking awesome. And, just being on the sidelines and holding my little student, camera and recording things. It was just a really, really cool experience. I just always felt like there was nothing else I wanted to do besides that.
That's so awesome. And I love that you have like that connection with your dad, because for me, so I work for my university doing broadcasts, and it's like me and my dad, like I call him before every game. I'm like, is this okay to talk about? Like, that's awesome. We're always on the same page. And I think that's so cool that you do the same thing. And then I have one more question for you.
Yeah, hold on. I was going to tell you this, Montana. No lie. I just sent it to my girlfriend yesterday. Probably one of the biggest interviews in my career. Anytime you can interview the GOAT, Tom Brady. And I just, it's a big deal. So what do? I just said, Dad, here's my idea for questions. What do you think? My dad texted me like 3 questions for Tom. Oh my God. Like angel face. I can't handle it.
My dad was texting me before this today.
Oh, so cute.
So crazy. I love it. So my other question for you is, when you're on the sideline and you are gathering all of your information throughout the game for your post-game interview, what does that sort of look like? And how do you make sure that you're fully prepared, even though you're already in the moment?
It's nerve-wracking, I'll tell you that. And knowing that, yesterday, it doesn't get any more nerve-wracking than that. Now, when it's really, really nerve-wracking is if it had been, a last-minute play to win the game, which I had with Richard Sherman at an NFC championship game. But obviously the Bucs were ahead with probably about 4 to 3 minutes left. We knew that, they were going to win. It was a little nerve-wracking because I didn't know if Tom was going to say yes to the post game. He doesn't really do those. Or if he didn't, I was going to grab Devin White, who obviously had a huge freaking game for the Bucs. So it's nerve-wracking. And then, let's be honest, it's the biggest athlete you could interview right now. He's going to the NFC Championship. He's going to take on a red-hot Green Bay Packers team for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. And you only have a couple questions. And there's a couple big storylines going on. Their defense played unbelievable. I got to get his, thoughts on that. Second, this was a team that had beaten them 2 times in a season. Had to talk about that. There's also the storyline that Drew Brees was going to retire after that game. So I wanted to ask him that. But then I wanted to ask him about going to his 14th conference championship, the first time in the NFC. So there's a lot going on. You have to make sure you don't, trip over your words. You got to smile. You're nervous as crap because everybody's watching this. It's Tom Brady. Don't want to screw it up. It is scary. My dad's texting me, and I'm the clock's ticking, and I'm texting the other sideline reporter being like, you think this is good? Because you may have an idea what you think is good, but maybe you're missing something. And I like to get information from other people. I trust my dad. I trust the other sideline reporter you have. And then you got your friends texting you like, holy crap, Tom won, or Drew. I'm like, I can't text you right now. I'm trying to get this together. So yeah, it's very, very nerve-wracking. My armpits are sweating as we speak. My veins are coming out of my neck.
Mine too. My face is twitching. I'm like, this is what happened.
I know when my eye twitches, it's going to be a good broadcast. But yeah, it's super, super nerve-wracking. But I think this, Montana, if you aren't having those feelings when it's happening, you're not into it anymore. It's like the line from Sex and the City, the Zaza Zoo. Like, if I'm not freaking out, my armpits aren't sweating, and I'm getting all jacked up for a post-game interview with the GOAT, like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this anymore?
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. Good luck to you. Yeah, tell your dad I said what's up.
Oh, I'll have to tell him. He's going to be so excited.
So cute.
Well, thank you so much, Montana. It was great questions, and we got a lot of helpful tips from Erin there, so appreciate that.
Wear a good deodorant because your armpits are going to sweat.
If that's the one takeaway we have, let's just let's invest in a good deodorant. Okay, and last but definitely not least, we have Tyler, and I just want to take some time to put a spotlight on what he does. He's a mental health therapist, and he would like to remind everyone that talking openly about your struggles helps put an end to the stigma, and he's inspired by athletes like Dak and DeMar for using their platforms and being open and honest with their fan bases. So let's bring on Tyler.
And we're going live now to the field to absolute queen, Erin Andrews. Erin, even though you're a seasoned veteran on the sideline, what still makes you nervous on game day?
What makes me nervous? Well, first of all, let's just do this professionally. I don't really have a microphone. I'll use this. Tyler, thanks so much for your question. I appreciate it. What makes me nervous on game day is my very first hit. The one that has to be 15 to 20 seconds that everybody is watching. There's a lot going on when fans are there. Normally they're screaming. Normally there's fire going, depending on, I'll tell you that you're wearing a Minnesota Vikings shirt. They're open, their intro. Holy crap. I felt many times that my weave was going to catch on fire. There's, skull chant, the fire's going, guys are running through. So stuff like that makes me nervous. Yesterday, I felt like I was going to puke. After I was done with my hit, my hands were shaking so bad. So that's usually what makes me nervous, my first hit.
Nice. Yes, the Vikings do have an excellent intro.
They do.
I mean, just like we were talking about a little bit earlier with when I think Scott brought it up, I think it was Scott when he talked about men's line, right? This is kind of how I like to rock, a little bit low profile. Don't need the huge jersey, but it's just got the little logo, a little bit more stylish, right?
Yes, Scott. Dear Tyler, yes.
We don't even need the men's line because right now I'm even wearing some of your leggings from Wear. No, I'm just kidding.
I know. I appreciate that. Great. How are you wearing everywhere, anywhere, Tyler?
I'm just like Ron Burgundy. I've got nothing under this suit jacket. But my second question was back to mental health. Back to mental health was, you said earlier you just got in, a 4 o'clock wake up call. Huge championship games yesterday. You're up all hours of the night having a couple of wobbly pops.
Big time.
How do you keep your mental health in check with such a crazy schedule? Going back, looking with the NFL season, you guys are traveling constantly. You've got the pandemic. You've got all the unrest in the States right now. How do you keep your mental health in check?
It's a great question. And thank you, first of all, for what you do. And thank you for the awareness that you bring to this. And I agree. It is a huge topic that doesn't get discussed enough. And I do love Dak Prescott a lot and the other athletes for bringing it out. And I'm proud of Dak actually for doing that. When somebody like that can do shed light on what he's gone through and what others go through, I think it makes it easier for everybody to discuss. For me, you hit it on the head. I have never been this anxious before in my life. I think, traveling has been super scary. You don't want to get sick. I don't want to get my husband sick, but we're all so worried about our loved ones, right? The people in our lives that are older. I haven't seen my mom and dad. They are very high risk. I worry about them. I want them to get the vaccine. It's really all I think about. So yeah, what's important, I think right now with mental health is working out for me. It's really kind of the only release I can get. Even if I can just take 20 minutes to just get away from my phone and just sweat it out. I think that's just what helps my mind get clear. I've invested in the Calm app as well. And just trying to breathe a little bit. I was doing the 7 days of anxiety, that whole lesson. Just learning to breathe. There was a tip I found when, some sort of anxiety or a feeling would come in, I would recognize it and be like, hello, anxiety, it's you again. You're not going to stay with me much longer. I know you're going to leave soon. But yeah, no, it's very, very important to address that because if you don't, you'll see it come up in other forms in your body and your physical, health and all that. So you got to take care of your mental state.
Yeah, definitely. You hit the nail on the head as well.
Yeah, Tyler, thank you so much for asking the good questions.
I agree.
Yeah, we love it. So
let's literally asking the good questions.
Yes,
I know he came in hot. That was awesome.
Tell your husband you got to talk to somebody from Manitoba. Woo!
Oh
Canada.
My Lord, did we ever? That's awesome. I'll tell him. That's great.
See you guys. Thank you.
Take care. Stay safe.
Bye, Tyler. Well, Erin, I'm sure you just made these 5 people's day. Thank you so much for chit-chatting with them. We do have some more people who also got some spending credits with Wear by Erin Andrews.
Okay.
We're just going to feature their questions on the screen. So these were some that we liked on social media. So some of them not as hard hitting. You can just be kind of quick with these answers, but we wanted to know your take on some of these. So up first is Kay Norsey on Instagram, and she asks you, what is your biggest inspiration to get 1% better every day?
I think my biggest inspiration is just I'm just so competitive. That's just what it is. And it's not even with other people. It's really with myself. You know, I will wake up on Mondays after a game and really kind of beat it to death and think, okay, what could I have done better? I'll tell you another thing. You sit and you read the newspaper in the morning and you see, oh no, so-and-so was hurt. Oh no, so-and-so left the game. How did I not know this? So I'm just really competitive with myself to be better every single week with every game that I do. And I think that's kind of it. There's just this will and like drive in me to just make sure I get better and improve, because I know I do have a lot to work on.
Yeah, that internal drive will get you pretty far, though, if it's strong enough.
Also drive you nuts, but
yeah, at the same time. Lynn's Cap on Instagram, she asks, did you play sports as a kid? And if so, what sport or positions?
I actually didn't play any sports. I was on the dance team growing up. I was part of a dance company growing up. But I watched plenty of sports, you know, as a child. And that's where kind of the love affair for me started. And I think that's also has a lot to do with how much I work at my craft, because I'm not a Troy Aikman. I don't have the experience of playing football or team sport to know what that's really like.
Right. Tiffany Reen, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, on Twitter, she asks, what are some of your favorite pieces? Like personally, like what's your go-to from your lines?
I love the utility jacket because that's just something I wear anyways. It just is. And then I love like our t-shirts. I think they're super cute. I have to wear NFL because you can't really like, you know,
claim a team,
root for a team. I love our sweatshirts. I love our vintage cable knit sweater. I had that on actually.
Super cute.
Yeah, when I walked into the stadium yesterday. So yeah, those are kind of some of our favorites. I love the tie-dye. I love the bomber. Kind of love it all.
Basically, Tiffany, we love it all. Everything's
basically we're here for it. Yeah.
Okay, Darth Bears on Twitter asks, what's your favorite football watching food?
Well, since I am usually working when I watch football, I don't really get to watch it, or I don't get to sit at home. But, you know, I will this year for the Super Bowl. I mean, I think guac, avocados in Mexico.
Oh,
yeah, any sort of like avocado situation, guacamole, love it all.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I want to join your party. Am Zilke, again, don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. What's your most memorable on-field moment? And I know you just mentioned the one about Richard Sherman just a couple minutes ago, but that's her favorite moment that she saw you on screen.
Yeah, that's right up there. I got to be honest. That's one of my all-time favorites. I am looking at a picture right now with me interviewing David Ortiz after they won the World Series in Boston, after the bombing happened there. That was pretty special. Last night was pretty amazing getting to talk to Tom as he's going to his, So, there's been some doozies out there that have been really, really special. Thankful for them all.
It's probably hard to choose just one, I'm sure.
Sometimes, and you forget about them sometimes too, which is a bummer because there's so many of them that you're like, oh, I got to remember this. And then when somebody brings it up, you're like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And then last but not least, Carla Castillo C on Instagram. She says, what event or game has had the most impact on you in your career as a sports broadcaster?
That's so hard for me. Game or event. I mean, I don't know, because all of them do impact me in a certain way. I mean, I don't know. You know what? I'm going to say my first Super Bowl I ever worked for Fox, because that's essentially why I went to Fox, was to work a Super Bowl. And I remember sitting there for the national championship, the national anthem, and it's in New York. It's Broncos, Seahawks, and I just started crying during the national anthem because I was like, "There's nothing better or bigger than this. This is unbelievable."
This is the stage, exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Yeah.
I'm the same, like, my emotions just sit in my chest. And then, like, you know, you hear everybody clapping and you're like, oh, wow, this is so cool. Exactly.
We have an ask this week for Brady and Rodgers to do a Zoom sit down with me. And I don't know if we'll get it. And I understand why they won't be able to make it work if they can't. But I did say to my producer, I should retire at that point, because there's nothing there will be nothing bigger than that in my career if that could happen. So yeah, then next week when we do this, we're not doing this again. But I'm just saying that'll be my answer. So there you go.
Well, good luck. I hope that happens. I'll be interested. We'll put
those
some
guys
good
are a
vibes.
little busy. Yep,
We'll put good vibes out there so everybody drop some comments and Erin's good vibes that she lands the interview of her dreams. Okay.
No pressure to either the 12 to do it. I get they're busy.
Before we move on to the next segment, our last segment, we are going to run just a short little commercial for Wear by Erin Andrews.
Wear by Erin Andrews is a sportswear collection I started so that all women can support their teams in fan apparel that's fashion forward, comfortable, and can be worn everywhere, anywhere. Find it at fanatics.com, officially licensed everything.
Today's show is brought to you by Wear by Erin Andrews, obviously. And because this is a special event with a special host, we have a special offer to share with all of you. With code WEARBYEA, you can take 30% off all wear items on fanatics.com. And the code will be valid through midnight on January 20th. So start shopping once the show's over.
Yeah, baby. Get your gear for the games this weekend and get your gear for the Super Bowl, or, your gear ready, because after the Super Bowl, everyone starts at 0-0. I mean, there's no first, second, or worst team. We're all the same.
Mm-hmm. So start shopping. But before you go, we're going to put Erin Andrews in the hot seat. This is like my favorite thing to do with any athlete, anybody we get on the show.
Yeah.
Mix it up a little bit. So we're going to go super fast, back and forth. The first thing that pops into your head. Are you ready?
Okay. Yep.
Hot or iced coffee?
Hot.
Color you have the most of in your closet?
Gray.
Come on. Gray?
Oh, yeah. Like, I have probably 10 to 15 gray sweaters. Yeah.
Well, at least there's shades of gray. So
yeah,
TikTok
sure.
or Instagram?
Instagram.
Yeah. Hot and humid or cold and windy?
Hot and humid, and I wish it was going to be hot and humid in Green Bay this weekend. Dear Lord.
But it will not be.
No.
Gator football or Gator basketball?
I love both. I'm not going to answer. Both have brought me such great memories.
I know. They were like, throw that question in there. I'm like, she's going to
That's a terrible question. Yeah.
A word you always have trouble pronouncing on air?
Venezuela. I can't say it. Venezuela.
Ooh, you nailed it.
No, I didn't. It's so bad. Also, I can't say R's very well. So drawing, like somebody made a drawing. Yeah, it's not going well.
Would you rather coach a college or professional team?
Professional. In fact, I want to be a GM. Cameron Diaz style.
Again, with the good vibes, everybody, we're just going to speak it into existence. One day, Erin will be the GM of a pro team.
It'd be hot.
Okay. Easiest way to dress up any outfit?
Easiest way, leather jacket, blazer. What am I talking about? Blazer.
Yeah, for sure. And the first trick that Howard mastered?
Sit.
Good.
Or give mommy a kiss. Come here and give mommy a kiss.
I love it. Everybody has their puppy voice. They don't like to admit it, but everybody has one.
Oh, it just comes out.
Yeah. Last question of the evening. Fashion trend that you wish would come back.
Z Cavaricis. No, I'm kidding. They kind of are the high-waisted.
Yeah.
I don't know. Banana clips. Are those back? Jellies, they're back.
Kind of back.
Yeah, they are.
I guess everything's fair game now because
everything's back. Scrunchies, jean jackets, everything's back.
So everything's fair game. Everybody just do you. Do what
you people. Yeah, go with it.
Well, you were awesome tonight. I'm so glad that I got the chance to talk to you. That's also been part of my bucket list. So thank you so much for the time. And before you go, I know that you're running a giveaway right now on your platform. So if you want to tell the viewers on how to enter, go for it.
Yeah, we want you to send us your what your game day experience looks like. And we've had all sorts of fun ones. We've had with your golden retrievers, with your, sitting there with your kids and all your wild stuff. So yeah, send us a picture. You also have to tag Wear by EA and also be following us on Instagram. And we are doing it once a week, and we'll be giving somebody a prize
Yep.
With their best game day experience.
Yep. Use hashtag wear contest and upload
Thanks,
pictures of your most creative playoff setups. If it's virtual, if it's socially distant, let's see what you got. And maybe you can win some gear.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for cleaning that up on the back end.
No, you're good. All right, Erin. That's all the time we have. Thanks again, and best of luck to you. It's some exciting stuff's coming down the pipe. So we're excited.
Yeah, really excited. Thank you so much for having me. And thanks for everybody that chimed in with their great questions. Everybody was adorable. I really appreciate it. Good stuff. Good questions. Really made me think. I don't know what fashion trend though now. That's going to bother me.
Yeah. Next time we see you, you're going to be decked out in the craziest stuff from TikTok.
I know. Yes, for sure. For sure.
Well, have a good night and stay safe. Good luck.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, everybody. Like I said, that's all the time that we have. We appreciate all of our viewers tuning in. Again, you can shop that promo code through January 20th with code WearByEA. You will get 30% off Wear by EA items on Fanatics.com. We will be back on the air tomorrow with Johnny Bench. We are very excited to have the Hall of Famer on the line. And for more information on Fanatics Live, you can go to fanatics.com/live and you can watch our previous shows. You can learn more on how to be involved in these shows. And as always, stay safe and have a great night, everybody. We'll see you later.